Everyone thinks they know Pokémon, a bright world of friendship, adventure, and epic battles. But what if I told you there's another side to Pokémon, hidden beneath the cheerful battles and adorable creatures? Today, we'll uncover Pokémon's darkest secrets and chilling theories that fans have pieced together, each more mind-blowing than the last. We'll explore hidden wars, tragic Pokémon deaths, and even theories that could rewrite entire Pokémon evolutions. Stick around, because the deeper we go, the darker and stranger it gets. And by the end, we'll uncover Pokémon's most shocking theory of all. One that might make you question everything about Ash Ketchum's endless adventure. Ready to have your Pokémon world turned upside down? Let's dive in. Number 10. The Butterfree and Venomoth Evolution Swap. Okay, let's start light, but still weird. Ever noticed how Venonat looks way more like Butterfree than it does Venomoth? Big red eyes, purple fuzz, antennae, identical mouths. Meanwhile, Metapod, Caterpie's cocoon stage, looks almost nothing like Butterfree, but has more in common with Venomoth. This led to a now famous theory that Game Freak originally intended for Venonat to evolve into Butterfree and Caterpie into Venomoth, but something got swapped at the last second. Some fans believe this change was made deliberately for the anime, to give Ash a more emotionally satisfying arc with Caterpie turning into a big-eyed, expressive Butterfree, rather than the more alien-looking Venomoth. There's no official confirmation, but the design parallels are undeniable. Look at comparison charts. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Number 9. Ho-Oh gave Ash eternal youth. In the very first episode of the Pokémon anime, after getting fried by a lightning storm and barely surviving an attack by Spearow, Ash looks up and sees a mysterious golden bird flying through a rainbow sky. That bird, Ho-Oh, a legendary Pokémon that hadn't even been officially revealed yet. Now here's where it gets weird. Ho-Oh's Pokédex entries say that anyone who sees it will be granted eternal happiness. Fans took that idea and ran with it, suggesting that Ho-Oh granted Ash his deepest subconscious wish, to never grow up and to continue his Pokémon journey forever. And guess what? Ash never ages. He's 10 years old. For over 25 years of real-world time. He travels through region after region, never settling down, always on the move. Eternal happiness or eternal entrapment? Some fans see it as a blessing. Others, a curse disguised as a dream. Number 8. Genesect was once a Kabutops. Genesect is a bug steel-type mythical Pokémon introduced in Gen 5, described as a 300-million-year-old predator that was revived and technologically enhanced by Team Plasma. Sounds a lot like Kabutops, right? Another ancient predator Pokémon from the same prehistoric era, also with a sleek blade-like design and a reputation for being a ruthless hunter. This theory suggests that Genesect is literally a revived and modified Kabutops. Some fans point to their similar body shapes and scythe-like arms. Others note the eerily parallel lore between the two. There's even a section of fans who believe Team Plasma deliberately chose Kabutops' DNA to create the perfect weapon. While never confirmed by official sources, the theory lines up disturbingly well with Pokédex entries and in-game history. Number 7. Gengar is Clefable's shadow. Now we're getting spooky. Gengar, the shadow Pokémon, has a body shape almost identical to Clefable. Same ears, same limbs, same general size and proportions. Except, Gengar is darker, twisted, ghostly. Fans started wondering, what if Gengar is Clefable's shadow? Not metaphorically, a literal shadow creature. Like something from Peter Pan, but corrupted. There's even a whole theory that Gengar is what happens when a Clefable dies and becomes a ghost. That would explain the perfect contrast in typing. Clefable is normal fairy. Gengar is ghost/poison. In game mechanics, normal and ghost types don't affect each other, almost like two halves of a mirror. Nothing in-game outright confirms this, but it's been one of the most popular fan theories for years, and the symmetry is too perfect to ignore. Number 6. Giovanni is Ash's father. Let's talk about Ash's dad, or rather, the total lack of him. We've never seen him, we've never heard from him, and the anime has avoided explaining it for decades. Which brings us to one of the most infamous theories in the fandom. What if Giovanni, the boss of Team Rocket, is actually Ash's father? Sounds wild, but there are receipts. In early versions of the Gen 1 games, Giovanni was originally planned to be the player's dad. In the anime, Team Rocket constantly chases after Ash, not just for Pikachu, but seemingly obsessed with him. Some fans suggest that Giovanni sent Jesse and James not to steal Pikachu, but to covertly protect and monitor Ash from afar, letting him grow strong before eventually revealing the truth. A classic Star Wars-style twist, never confirmed but always compelling. Number 5. Blue's Raticate is dead. This one messes with people emotionally, and it's subtle enough that most players never noticed it. In Gen 1, you battle your rival Blue aboard the SS Anne. He has a Raticate on his team. But later, you find him standing in Lavender Town's Pokémon Tower, the place where people go to mourn their dead Pokémon. And his Raticate? Gone. He even says, "What? You're here to pay respects? Your Pokémon don't look dead." The theory is that your battle on the SS Anne left Blue's Raticate fatally wounded, and he wasn't able to get to a Pokémon Center in time. Now he's grieving, and you, the player, might be the reason his Pokémon died. It's never confirmed. But it's such a perfectly placed, quietly devastating moment that many fans consider it canon. Number 4. Ditto is a failed Mew clone. This one is simple, clean, and extremely convincing. Ditto and Mew are the only Pokémon in Gen 1 that can learn transform naturally. They're also the exact same weight, 8.8 lbs, and their shiny forms, identical purple-blue. Now here's where it gets wild. In the original Pokémon Yellow game, Ditto is found only in 2 places, Cerulean Cave and the Pokémon Mansion on Cinnabar Island. The 2 places most heavily tied to the Mewtwo experiment. So the theory goes, scientists tried cloning Mew multiple times before getting it right. The failed clones became Dittos, mindless, unstable blobs of genetic material that can mimic others but never hold a true form. It's never been confirmed officially, but this theory has stuck around for decades and, honestly, it might be one of the most solid ones out there. Number 3. Cubone is a baby Kangaskhan. Cubone is already one of the saddest Pokémon out there. Its entire identity is built around the grief of losing its mother. But what if there's more to it than that? Cubone's skull helmet looks suspiciously like a Kangaskhan's head. Its body shape and tail are also very close to the baby found in Kangaskhan's pouch. The theory says, Cubone is the orphaned baby of a Kangaskhan. After its mother dies, the baby dons her skull and becomes a separate Pokémon altogether. Traumatized, changed, and filled with sorrow. Even weirder, a glitch in the original Red and Blue games involved a Pokémon named M that could evolve into Kangaskhan, suggesting there was once an evolutionary link that got removed. Some believe this was too dark to include officially, so it was quietly cut from the game's final version. Still, the pieces are all there, and if true, this is one of the darkest stories in Pokémon history. Number 2. The Great Pokémon War Theory. Why are there so few adult men in Kanto? Why is Lieutenant Surge, the electric-type gym leader, described as a war veteran? Why are there abandoned buildings, demolished lots, and so many children battling in a world seemingly devoid of structure? The theory? There was a massive war in the recent past. It wiped out much of the adult male population. The only ones left are elderly, criminals, scientists, and gym leaders. Lieutenant Surge even says, "Electric Pokémon saved me during the war." Some believe the war was the reason Pokémon began being used for organized battling, to redirect aggression into controlled competition. It's not just a cool idea, it makes the whole Kanto region make a disturbing kind of sense. Number 1. Ash is in a coma. This is the most infamous Pokémon theory of all time. And if you've never heard it before, buckle up. In Episode 1, Ash is struck by lightning while protecting Pikachu from a swarm of Spearow. Some fans believe he never woke up. Everything that follows, his adventures, the new regions, the fact that he never ages, is a coma-induced dream state, a fantasy world he built in his mind to escape the trauma. Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny appear everywhere because they represent the hospital staff. Each of his companions symbolizes a part of his psyche, Brock as maturity, Misty as emotional growth, etc. Pokémon battles, emotional struggles, internal conflicts, attempts at healing. It explains the repetition, the surreal moments, the way everything resets, and maybe, just maybe, that's why his journey never truly ends. So yeah, some of these theories are sad, some are twisted, some are way too plausible, but all of them show just how deep and layered the Pokémon universe really is. If you're willing to look beneath the surface, which theory messed with your head the most? Or did I miss a big one you think deserves to be on the list? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into Pokemon's hidden lore and darkest secrets, hit subscribe. Until next time, stay curious, trainers.